Talk about diversity hires gone wrong. A former Facebook and Nike diversity manager was sentenced to prison recently after, quote, stealing $5 million meant for DEI initiatives. We've got so much to unpack here on the Gateway Pundits Beyond the Headlines, powered by VNN. This segment is sponsored by Done With Debt, providing emergency debt relief solutions to American patriots. Just go to donewithdebt.com and click Vigilant News at checkout. My name's Elijah Schaefer. Let's start the show. Let's jump right into this. This former Facebook and Nike diversity hire ended up doing exactly what she was hired to do. Well, not technically, but she did steal from the companies, which, for lack of better words, is exactly what all DEI hires do, steal from companies. This article from Cassandra McDonald at the Gateway Pundit reports directly. Check this out. A former Facebook and Nike diversity manager has been sentenced to prison after stealing $5 million earmarked for diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Just to be clear with you guys, DEI should be DIE because it's killing our companies. Barbara Furlow-Smiles, 38, of Georgia, pleaded guilty to wire fraud in December for what the Justice Department called an elaborate scheme involving fraudulent vendors, fictitious paperwork, and cash kickbacks. On Monday, Furlow-Smiles was sentenced to 5 years and 3 months in prison, plus 3 years of supervised release. She has also been ordered to pay a restitution of $4.9 million to Facebook and $121,000 to Nike for a total of $5.1 million US. Furlow-Smiles shamelessly violated her position of trust as a DEI executive at Facebook to steal millions from a company, utilizing a scheme involving fraudulent vendors, fake invoices, and cash kickbacks, said U.S. Attorney Ryan K. Buchanan. After being terminated from Facebook, she brazenly continued the fraud as a DEI leader at Nike, where she stole another six-figure sum from their diversity program. Her prison sentence reflects the consequences of her decision to orchestrate an intricate scheme to defraud two of her employers for personal benefit. Now, we have some footage of this wonderful lady back in the day talking about, her position and how great she is. Now, wonder why we're all critical of these DEI hires. Listen.
I've always lived a passion-driven life. It dates back to just my time in high school. And that is what lit that fire in me, because I knew intimately what it felt like to be left out and not have a voice. And I said, you know what? My life now on is to make people feel included, to make people feel like they had a voice. I am currently the Global Inclusion Program Manager for our diversity engagement team. And I literally am hired to make sure people have a sense of belonging here. It's so fun because in this space, in this work, it's all about just behavior change. And that takes some time. But when you see people's behavior change because of something that they didn't know, that they now know, that transformed their life, that's the only thing that I need at night. That makes me super happy. So really be open to opportunities and know that your mind may change. But won't change is inherently what's inside you.
Okay, so let me get it. You were hired by these major corporations to work on how people feel inside of a company. You were hired to work on people's emotional well-being, which of course is important, but that's up to the individual. As long as the company isn't abusive like Nike is to their employees overseas or like Facebook is to our election system. Look, it's all virtue signaling, but it's so funny. It's like, I just work on how people feel and how we work together. That's all I need when I go to bed at night. Well, apparently you also needed an additional $5.1 million, which I don't blame you, sister. I mean, to be completely honest, everyone could use an extra $5.1 million, which with Biden's inflation can buy you an extra carton of eggs these days from Costco. Now, it goes on to say here particularly that the Justice Department had been talking about this for quite some time. And I thought, perhaps this woman was a really normal person. Maybe she had a history of showing that she wasn't corrupt because she used her position at Facebook to cheat and defraud the company. She caused Facebook to pay numerous individuals for goods and services that were never provided and then directed those individuals to kick back the fraudulent proceeds to her, often in cash. It says her scheme operated in two ways, the press release explained. First, Furlow-Smiles linked PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App accounts to her Facebook credit cards and users' accounts to pay friends, relatives, and other associates for goods and services that in truth were never provided to the Facebook to conceal the bogus charges. Furlow-Smiles submitted fraudulent expense reports, falsely claiming that her associates or their businesses had performed work on programs and events for Facebook, such as providing swag or marketing services. So let's talk about actual waste here, and that's just these companies are wasting billions perhaps. But these diversity, equity, and inclusion positions, you shouldn't be surprised that when a position is a fraudulent position and the person is hired to do nothing but to be a token, that they might be somebody who would abuse the system, pull from the system, be willing to take whatever they can from the system, because that's what you're hiring. These aren't people looking to give back to the companies. They're trying to take, which is the whole destructive manner of this. Now, I want to show you this crazy video of her in a face mask to remind you, look, crazy is, crazy says, as crazy does. It doesn't take a lot to notice. But I want to remind you guys that it's not just companies that are wasting a lot of money. Sometimes we end up wasting a lot of money too, whether it's getting behind on our credit cards, pulling out loans that we didn't need, getting car loans that we get behind on because the cost of living went up, we didn't account for it. I understand that debt sometimes piles up and then we don't know what to do with it. But I want to remind you, there is a time-sensitive solution for you guys today with my friends at donewithdebt.com. If you go to donewithdebt.com, Done With Debt has a important solution for American patriots that doesn't require you to pull out a loan, doesn't require you to file bankruptcy, and they can help you get rid of that debt today. Go to donewithdebt.com and click Vigilant News at checkout. That's all you've got to do, and they will help you find a debt relief solution today. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to donewithdebt.com. You can't afford, literally, to ignore your debt any longer. All right, check out this video that I have of Barbara, I think that's her name there, with a face mask on. Check this out.
It is Furlow-Smiles. It is Barbara Furlow-Smiles. This is our real name.
And I'm the marketing genius, so he brings it home. And literally, he brought on a basic one, and you know how women do. I'm like, we got to take it to the next level. Really, the reality is I wear makeup. I like to be fashionable, so I didn't like what was out there. And so I've been complaining for a while. And so I saw the vision, and so we looked at our last name. We got the name together. And then, you know, with me getting my MBA from UCLA, we went right to the registrar's office to trademark. And then what we found out is that over 10,000 people were already on game too. So there were already applicants for masks and shields. And so we knew that we had something. And with e-commerce and social media, we went straight to IG.
Well, she is a hustler, right? She's basically saying that she was capitalizing off the scamdemic to sell face shields. I should have thought of that. But I mean, we got to give props to her, right? I mean, look, hustler mindset. She's stealing money, making face masks, capitalizing on the fake, pandemic. She's definitely a businesswoman. She got her MBA from UCLA. She's clearly wasn't allowed into UCLA as a DEI hire. Maybe she's smarter than I give her, but she still got caught. What else was she taking from those years, time and time again? I'd love to know your thoughts below on what you think about this story about DEI hires taking more than they're receiving, meaning they're given a lot and then they still want more. It's not enough. Drop a comment, make sure you like this video, and please share it. Grab the URL, the link at the top, email it to friends, Facebook message, retweet, whatever you got to do, and help spread the Vigilant News message. My name's Elijah Schaefer. Thank you so much again for watching another segment of the Gateway Pundits Beyond the Headlines, powered by VNN. Have a great rest of the week, and don't forget to get rid of your debt today at donewithdebt.com to find out how you can get debt relief solutions. Links in the description. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.